29,500.
How much?
29,500.
For what? For this one? Hi everyone, thank you very much for coming back to my studio. And to those new, thank you for stopping by. And in this video, I am so compelled to share with you my recent discovery. It's a luxury brand, the home to one of the luxury brands in the United Kingdom, Alfred Dunhill. I know many people don't really pay attention to this brand, but it exists. There's only certain people who know it, who would know it. It is a matter of understanding what it is, or otherwise, a building or an object is just a piece of something with a narrative and understanding. This object, this item become alive. So this is the point. So maybe people said art is not everyone's cup of tea, not everyone's interest. However, when people become rich, when they got money, they're buying things that are precious, that are expensive. The reason why they're expensive is because they are not just an item, not just piece of jewelry, not just piece of clothes. They are work of art. Everything a work of art. And in this video, I'm visiting the Alfred Dunhill, and the most important thing is about the building itself, and also the precious historical culture. It's about Dunhill. It's about the cigar. This is what makes Alfred Dunhill is so iconic. Is the cigar and the cigarette. And in this video, I am invited to visit one of the most exclusive chambers, member only are allowed to enter, and I'm not a member, but I'm privileged to be invited to enter these hidden chambers where the selection of cigar, artisan cigar, and some of the selection of cigar that were favorite to Winston Churchill. So I'm thrilled to share with you. Come with me. This is the Borden House in Mayfair, home to Alfred Dunhill shops. It was constructed in the early 1700s and rightfully the Georgian architecture period. It's home to many different families, mostly the people of substance, from the commander of the military, politicians, Duke and the Duchess. And in front of this, the Alfred Dunhill headquarters in Bond Street. This is it. I found it. One of the gentleman brands, luxury brand from the United Kingdom, Alfred Dunhill. Let's go inside. Let's explore inside. Right, this is the front garden, front courtyard. This is a Grade 2 listed building. It's a part of the national heritage, which means must be preserved and protected, cannot be altered. And right outside, look at this outside. I remember when I was young, years back, Dunhill is some kind of a luxury brand in Southeast Asia. When I come to London, not many people talk about it. I believe it was outweighed by other huge brands such as the Versace, Armani, Louis Vuitton. But in Asia, Dunhill is a huge brand. I remember the funny bit when I was in a small town, a small village, when the youth migrate into the big city like Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, or in the West. When they come back after years and years or months of working, they will return with the Dunhill cigarette. The reason is because it symbolizes they got money. But the funny thing is, after 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month of them having a day off or holiday in the small town, in the village, they return with their rolling again, smoking the grandfather cigarette. It's funny, but that was the history then. And so the point is that Dunhill is a luxury brand in Southeast Asia. Now, I used to wonder what is it all about until when I came to London and I found these black brick buildings. They resemble the 10 Downing Street, where the house for the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in Westminster. But this one is a black brick building located in the heart of Mayfair, surrounded by old big buildings. And this building is a Grade 2 listed building. It's protected at 300 years old and has been a home to numerous of different families over the years. And most of those families were people of substance, people who has the power and influential people back then. The home to the politicians, high-rank military commanders, the Duke and the Duchess, and eventually turned into a shop, which is now currently the shop to Dunhill, Alfred Dunhill. Now, Alfred Dunhill started by creating luxury goods such as the leather products, harness for horses back then. Then, 1900s, he involved in making cigar. So the point of me visiting this is one reason. Two reasons. I am to see the cigar, the cigarettes, as well as to understand the building itself, the architecture period, and how this building protected and preserved right in the heart of Mayfair among other buildings. So let's explore the inside of this building.
And this is the Alfie bar with the concept of gentleman modern bar located in the basement right next to the cellar.
And this Alfred Dunhill house, it has on the outside and the courtyard with a tree grown up tree facing the main road. It a cafe, and the basement it has Alfie bar, which is cocktail bar. It's designed for members only, known as the modern gentleman bar. And it has the showrooms showing the luxury brands by Dunhill, as well as other brands who match the Dunhill ethos, like Langley watches, also in the first floor. And the thing that I'm really interested to visit in this one is the chambers. They call it the cellar, where they kept all the selection of Winston Churchill, one of Winston Churchill's favorite cigar. Before Dunhill moved into making cigarette, cigar was the first product of making into tobacco. Let's have a look. You will see the selection of the valuable, the artisan cigar, which I'm so excited to see inside. Let's have a look.
I am allowed to enter this cellar.
So this is a selection of cigar on you.
Yeah, these are the Churchill cigars, so himself. And in the 1930s, we actually held Churchill's collection. Yeah, we're looking at a collection of Romeo and Julieta Churchill cigars. These are a cigar that was made for Winston Churchill when he was alive. It's a brand that he particularly loved. He's famously quoted for saying, he was buying some cigars for his nephew, and he says, cigars of good value, but of good quality, but not as good as Romeo and Julieta's. So he valued the brand very highly, and these are a size cigar that he smoked himself. Wow. And we proudly stored his collection in the 30s and 40s. So it's a cigar we love to have the forefront. They are £55 per cigar. The box should be.
Can you believe this is Churchill's favorite cigar during the Second World War? It's amazing. I'm so privileged to be allowed to enter this.
Cigars. We've got piece number 29,500.
How much?
29,500.
For what? For the
whole box. Yeah.
For the whole box.
Yeah, it's like we call them commemorative humidors. So it's
right.
The box itself is a humidor, so it will keep the cigars in good condition.
Yeah.
And you would get the full collection of 61 cigars, the oldest dating back to 2000.
Guys, this is 29,500. 29,500, right?
Yeah.
This is the box.
The most expensive single cigar.
Right. Wow.
Individual.
Wow, that was embarrassing of me. I couldn't hide the expression on my face, the shock, the surprise, and I just couldn't believe it. How much the humidor box with full collection cigar that cost 29,500. Anyway, this is not a common cigar. These are rare cigar, and also this room is dedicated to this cellar is actually like a little chambers, only by appointment only to get in, and dedicated to Winston Churchill. So let's have a look the variation we have here.
Rabbit, which was a limited edition done obviously for the year of the rabbit. 18,888 boxes of 18 cigars. This is
Just for one, for the
so this is £195 per cigar.
right.
So that's probably the most expensive single stick that we have.
Where are they coming from? This tobacco,
Always predominantly been Cuba.
right?
Now we have some cigars made in Dominican Republic, Honduras, Nicaragua, Jamaica. Oh, not at all, not at all. No, sorry, I couldn't remember the price of the pipe off the top of my head, so.
Yeah, but I'll ask you a cheeky question. In this room, how much is it worth for all this tobacco?
So unfortunately.
No, you don't know. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hi, guys. I'm with Jackson here. He's kindly showing me inside this the most exclusive collection of cigar, which is with the symbol of Winston Churchill, one of the greatest men that put the end of the war, Second World War, put the war to end the war. So here it is. I'm in this room. This is one of the most iconic brands in the United Kingdom, brand for gentlemen, like this kind young man described it, the artisans, which is the best word to describe it. I am still thrilled by the experience. Still feel the butterfly inside of my stomach after visited that cellar, the chambers to the those precious artisan vintage cigar, you name it. In particular, there was a selection of one of the Winston Churchill cigar. It's not just about the artisan cigar itself, but vintage, but also the historical narrative that what makes them so beautiful to understand, which is also part of the culture, history, because we've seen a lot of pictures of the past during the 1940s. That Winston Churchill most iconic photograph is him with cigar on his hand like this. So to be able to actually explore and given the tour of that place, of that cigar symbol, is so honored and humble, and I'm so excited. But anyway, I appreciate this kind of thing, that do thing with care, such a craftsmanship to achieve such a beautiful things as this cigar. So anyway, now I like to explore the showroom where the shops are, where the current products Dunhill with the design for clothing. Inside the Dunhill, on the Dunhill shop.
Wow, that was amazing experience to enter that cellar full of limited and variation of cigar. Now I'm going upstairs. Since Dunhill started with harnesses, they're making cigar. Now they diversify their product. They involve into luxury brands such as the gentleman clothes. So I'm going to look at the showrooms here and items. And this is a club. This is Malaysia. There was I came from. Fly all the way to England here to visit this Dunhill HQ. And look at these luxury showrooms.
So this is inside one of the shop in Dunhill on the first floor. This is a very beautiful shops, gentlemen, artisans, how they describe it. I like to have this room to be my room, like this floor, this beautiful clothes, beautiful fabric.
Dunhill is unlike Louis Vuitton or those huge names. Dunhill is not those brands that shout out and look at me, watch me, this is the thing. But Dunhill is a luxury brand that produce quality goods. But they don't. They're big, huge in Southeast Asia. I don't really see them as big as in Asia as it is in United Kingdom itself, strangely. But they do produce beautiful stuff. Everything is precious. This is not just a clothes. This is not just an item. This is every piece a work of art. Look at this lighter. All this vintage. They consider jewelry. Look at this pipe as well. They are expensive. They're expensive for a reason. Something that you would appreciate. It's a piece of like a piece of jewelry.
So you've seen, you met Fanny?
Look at this. I would love to have one of this collection.
Yeah, it's lovely. I felt so bad.
Look at that. Everything is made in detail with heart. So Dunhill suddenly has more product. This is, look at it, iconic logo of the Dunhill clothes, luxury gentleman clothes. Even the showroom done with care and great detail, attention into details.
Wow, this shop is amazing. This shop, one of the luxury brands. Dunhill, it's amazing. Finally, my dressing room is completely by the others, so I'm happy with this. The result of this. I'm very happy with the result of this my changing room. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
I'm happy to be here. Now, whiskey time. Thank you.
I have to conclude that the Dunhill is a luxury brand, a gentleman luxury brand that is producing quality luxury goods, clothes now, in the diversified product, and of course the cigar is the one of the most, the icon, the symbol, and cigarettes. But there are no brands that like to shout out loud or overhype themselves to say, look at me, watch me, buy me. And in fact, they don't even collaborate with global brand or global artists, global icons, for the sake of to be globalized. But yet they produce beautiful good and sincerely doing beautiful stuff. Like Jackson, the young man who so kindly, sincerely giving me a free tour guide of the cellar, the chambers were the collection of variation of artisan cigar, limited edition. He, from his gut, showing me eagerly with sincere passion to show me about the cigar without trying to push me to buy it, just kindly showing me the tour. That what make this work of art become alive. So I would say luxury good, such Alfred Dunhill is one of the best brand in the world without overhyping themselves to be known, to be overpriced, yet they're beautiful, creating beautiful things. And of course, with this brand using the existing traditional architecture, Georgian house in heart of Mayfair, I have to say, they are synergical together to create magic, to create this sense of worth for money, what you're buying for. It reminds me of seeing those beautiful, precious items like the pipes, lighter, all those handmade craft with such great detail and such a sleek result. And in this kind of a grade 2 listed building, traditional buildings, it just reminds me of a mysterious item that is wrapped up in a beautiful package, a beautiful box. That what make a very special gift of this Dunhill and the shop. And out of all of this what art is so important in our life. And of course, you see my old video before, it's about drawing. It's all beginning with ideas and drawings and sketches to create things, ideas into three-dimensional world to be seen and to be appreciated by those who love art and a culture. Thank you, and please click the subscribe button for your support. Thank you very much.